and then intro.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Man.
Yeah, stop eating.
Super Desperation Radio!
Are we getting frame drops really?
Oh boy, we are getting frame
all
drops.
times to get frame drops. Nothing's working. What the fuck? Everything's dead. What happened to my stuff? How's everybody doing? I didn't screw it up. I literally didn't screw it up. I literally did everything right before we started, and everything's gone now.
Well,
there it is.
Fix it.
I fixed it. Apparently, the new thing with Skype is when you minimize the window, everything goes away. That's interesting.
All right.
Yeah.
Thing.
Don't know why that does that now. Good job, everybody. Welcome to another great episode of Super Desperation Radio, the holiday special 2016. We're going to be coming to you with some news, more news, not so new news, possibly some stuff from last week, and some Christmas present giveaways. If you followed the rules, of course. And there were many.
Remember, while watching the show, keep your shoes on just in case you have to walk across any broken glass.
Man, people still don't believe that's a Christmas movie. That's some kid
It's the best Christmas movie.
It's totally Christmas, man. Like you would imagine that. What a better way to simulate walking through a desert than to like give a baby that you've never met some toys than walking on some glass to kill a guy.
Well, the reason why they don't think it's a Christmas movie, I don't even think it has anything to do with the content of the movie, but rather the fact that it takes place in SoCal and there's just not snow everywhere. Everyone has this preconceived notion of what Christmas looks like. White winters and tall pine trees.
Christmas doesn't exist in California.
John McClane is better than Santa. There we go. I'll say it.
Damn.
What if John McClane is Santa?
I mean, that for all we know.
Us is destroying terrorists.
I mean, that's a pretty good Christmas gift, like making sure that I don't die at the company party.
Yeah,
it's pretty solid. As I said before, we do have a couple things to talk about tonight. We should probably try to get through them because we look like we have quite a few things to give away, and we want to have time for questions this time. So if you have questions, make sure you tweet at SDRcast on Twitter, and we'll pretty much answer anything, barring
our social security numbers.
Social security numbers. There we go. And
I answered my social security number on like 8 forms today, so it's cool. I'll probably give you guys that.
Like, why even bother at this point? First order of business.
Oh, sick. We already got a question.
We already got a question. Cool. Keep them coming. First order of business, and I'll let you carry this afterwards. But Street Fighter V leaks, updates, Season 2. We're pretty much a day away from everything releasing officially, and people have already been playing Akuma for like a whole week.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Yeah, so Capcom somehow apparently botched the Steam pre-patch, I guess you can call it, I don't know. But people were able to go into the back end and just unlock all the characters, unlock all the changes, and show some stuff. It's pretty cool.
So
shortly before we started the show, they uploaded patch notes, like just literally like 5-10 minutes before we started patch notes. So that's cool. It's nice to have patch notes. Patch notes are cool.
I actually really do like looking through them. If anybody saw the Dota 700 patch, I spent like 2.5 hours looking through all of it and just sitting in awe.
So I really love patch notes because I love reading ideas that I can come up with and things to try and changes. And I really like it when the developers sometimes give you insight as to why they did it. Like something like, we adjusted Pit of Malice for Abyssal Underlord because, we feel it was doing too much because it did damage before, so we took the damage away, right? Stuff like that. I'm reading the Street Fighter V ones right now. Holy shit, these are bad. And just a language standpoint. Like, this is the vaguest, weirdest Google Translate I've seen in a while. Because some of these don't actually fucking make sense. One of them, so I'm looking at the Alex one. That's maybe one of the characters I'm very familiar with, right? It says, standing medium punch. Motion startup has been changed from 12 frames to 14 frames. No change to the overall advantage that the move gives, right? That moves 6 frames in the current version of the game. It's been noted that Lariat's also been buffed to now be 6 frames on hit, which means you can link Lariat into standing medium punch. Which means there's no way, unless they completely double the startup of one move for Alex to an obscene amount, that there's no way that standing medium punch is now 14 fucking frame startup. So I honestly have no idea what that means.
Wait.
Like the English used here is vague and weird. I honestly think they mean total recovery, because that would make sense why they mentioned no change to total advantage, because they can add recovery to the move, but if on hit it's still the same, you don't have to worry about it. Or even as long as it connects, it doesn't matter. But if it whiffs, there's 2 more frames of recovery. I think that's what they're trying to tell us. But this is bad. The way it's written is actually bad. And there's a ton of words that could be used in replacement of the word adjusted, because adjusted tells us nothing. Adjusted means we did something to it. That's great. We can go test it. We'll figure it out. People that are very savvy with their individual characters will understand. Like, that's not a big of a problem. But you kind of come to expect what they did. Like, there's some changes that are very particular, like standing light punch for Alex. We removed an active frame. It is smaller. Its hurt box is bigger. This is all very clear. Then you have instances of the term motion startup a couple times, and I have no idea what the fuck it means, but I actually think it means recovery or total frames of the move. But that's the worst language. Like, for Gibby, you're old as fuck. What does motion startup bring to your mind if I tell you this move has 14 frames of motion startup?
Let's figure just startup move.
Yeah, the startup frames, right? So that's what I would think. But this language choice is pretty bad. It's
a little misguided.
It's misleading. It's misleading. It just seems kind of lazy. I'm glad they did it. I'm actually happy they did it, because it gives people something to actually work off of. Because otherwise we have fucking people out in the wild telling us Mika has like 800 health or something. Just making shit up. I mean, this is better than nothing, but honestly, I would definitely want them to maybe give this another pass over. Like, SNK did that, because one of their patch notes was actually horribly written.
Yeah.
And then we got one that was like very obviously Google Translate, and then we got one that was a bit more closer to, what we expect English to look like or make sense.
Hey guys, did you know that they took Nadeshko away from Mika in Season 2?
Oh no, somebody call event hubs. The Velociraptors aren't extinct yet.
So is like the whole thing like that or something? Or is it just like...
A lot of it's like that.
It's awkwardly worded, to say the least.
Yeah. Some of the details are very clear. Like, meter gains minus this or that. Damage has been reduced from this or that. But then there's stuff that even doesn't quite make sense, even if you really understand the character. So Alex's back throw adjusted so the collision box doesn't move forward during the attack motion. I kind of get that. I wish I knew exactly what adjusted meant. So if it's something that I could use to my advantage, because this makes me feel like, he doesn't lean forward as much before he actually goes for a throw. So maybe it's like, his throw range is not technically better, but he's less overall vulnerable while going for it.
Right.
Or does it fucking mean something that I'm not even sure about it? Like,
What is the thing it says?
It says for leg tomahawk, reverse throw, which is back throw.
Leg tomahawk.
Yeah.
Right.
Adjusted so that the collision box doesn't move forward during the attack motion.
So which one is leg tomahawk? I'm stupid.
Back throw.
Back throw?
Yeah, because Alex doesn't have the scoop slam anymore. He has unique throws in Street Fighter V. He has a face chop for forward, and he has basically an enziguri for his back throw.
Because the only thing I can think of with that, so you know how KOF, you have instances where you cross someone up and then you don't cross them up because they go back to their original position.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is something like that, because when you mess with the collision box or just anything, like the collision box will go too forward and it causes funky cross-up situations, or him being able to get grabbed from longer ranges. So this is something they could have fixed. It's probably stays stationary or just doesn't go as far forward.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I'm thinking. But this is also one of those things that you just gave it to me in a very clear and concise sentence. And why aren't they hiring you?
Because no one wants to hire me because I'm look how fucking handsome I am. They can't compete with this.
That's true.
I think you think Hans can compete with? Oh, look at this shirt. Mondo gave me this shirt. I can't even read it because it's backwards.
I bet you gotta fix that.
Mm-hmm. Is it really backwards? No, it's not backwards.
Not on stream. It's just for your side.
Yeah, I know. I'm having fun. But yeah, it's a lot of what I'm reading doesn't seem terrible. There just are like some instances that are bad.
There's also obvious typos, so it almost feels like this was a rush. But I'm glad they did it. If anything, I hope they give us a revised version where it's like, hey, we ran this by someone that knows how to communicate properly.
What I think happened, they saw all the complaints on Twitter yesterday, and they just told Harrison, "Hey, you're not sleeping for 24 hours." And then he took like 2 bowls or 2 boxes of Oops All Berries, ate them all, and then typed all this. That's his shit. Oops All Berries. Ever see Harrison at a tournament? Just give him a box of bulbs and just tell him thanks.
That's his shit.
Trust me, tell him thanks.
That is his crack. I can confirm this.
What is Oops All Berries?
You know what Oops All Berries is?
It is Captain Crunch cereal that is all berries and no Captain Crunch.
Yeah.
Unless you consider the berries Captain Crunch.
Yeah.
That's just weird, man. Why would you want that?
People love it, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know,
And it's easier on your...
I mean, okay, that's true. But that's because Captain Crunch is actually made of steel.
You guys are just cowards. Captain Crunch is perfectly edible by
Tony,
human standards.
all right. Not
Yeah, I
all
bet
of
you
us
only
fucking-
eat it with milk, though, right?
No,
Oh. Wow,
Wait, you eat dry Captain Crunch?
sometimes.
Do
Wow,
you
your
have
mouth
Brillo
is made
pants
of-
for lunch? Like,
I was about to say, his mouth is made of diamond.
holy crap! I'm just
You
fucking
just
picturing
grab a
Tony
handful and
dumping
just
a whole
stuff
in
a
your
handful
mouth.
of it into your mouth.
This guy's Apollo
Captain
Creed
Crunch ain't
over
so
here.
bad.
Feeling so tough I could eat nails or cat.
Yeah, I was about to say, I just imagine, like, Anthony's just chowing on car fenders in the background now. He's like, it's delicious.
Oh man.
Chris, there's an issue with the stream.
There's an issue with the stream.
Yeah, I'm watching it. It's stuttering. I can't.
No,
I'm not
I had to
listening
fix
to
your
it.
camera for a second, so it should be fine now.
Okay, we'll see.
No, I mean the frame rate's all messed up.
No, I know, yeah.
What frame rate?
So this is something else that I want to like bring up. So Discord is going to be doing screen sharing soon. I don't have to deal with the Skype shit anymore.
Yeah, we love you, Discord. Please make it sooner than later.
Yeah.
Let me see
And
if
we're
I
gonna
can
test
fix
it
this.
before going through with it. The local recording's still fine, right, Chris?
Local recording will be fine. It's just the stream is messed up.
Okay, shit. Well, that sucks. We apologize for the technical difficulties, everybody. We'll figure out something, and if not, go watch the replay. I know it's better watching us live. You know, there are people out there who only like watching things live, like Anthony.
Like me.
Yeah. So, just the replays are just as good because you get to see stupid shit that we did that you can catch and send to us and go, oh look, this dumbass made a dumbass face. I'm talking about Hell Pockets, but you know, it's it happens.
Jeez.
But I'm gonna go ahead and do this here. Not do the contest. I'm just gonna remind people of the contest. Do I have all the tweets here? No, I do not because I'm an idiot. Anyway, let me listen to this really quick. See how I sound. Okay, so we're going to be giving out 6 codes tonight for SNK games on PS4, 4 Mark of the Wolves codes, 1 Last Blade 2, and 1 Samurai Shodown 6. Samurai Shodown 6, Last Blade 2, and Mark of the Wolves is being provided by Dream Cancel, and 3 are being provided by SNK.
Is it officially too late for them to actually
No, for them to enter the last. Like, I'm gonna do the drawing at 7:30 Pacific time, so there's 45 minutes left to enter. I'm gonna go ahead and put up the tweets in chat. So just tweet and follow everything. So that. What else is there? What's this? Come on, cut that, paste that. Yeah. And then there is the last one. Where is the Dream Cancel one? So you need to be following all the accounts by. Not all the accounts. The SDR, the one that's identical. Mine and SDR. You only have to do it through one of them. If you do it through both, you get double the chances of winning. Where is it here?
You know, maybe the reason why Hound wins all these is because he's more faithful to us than the rest of our fans.
Probably. Well, yeah, he's He just said he's bound to win something. So follow, retweet all 3 of those, and the drawing is gonna be done at 7:30 Pacific time. Winners will be announced at like roughly 7:40, right before questions, and I will DM the winners their codes. 6 winners. No one can win twice. All right, so the Hound cannot win all 6 codes. And this is not a joke. One raffle I did, he definitely won 3 times in a row. And yeah, no, that shit ain't happening.
Sorry, Hound owns 3 copies of Anniversary Edition.
Oh yeah, this weekend was really good for video games, just in general.
Incredible.
And I say that because there were a lot of things that went down. One of the things that went down, everyone knows, NEC. Another thing that went down at NEC is a table. But that's a different story, right?
You know, also went down some boogers.
Oh, man. Went down from the nose to the mouth.
What the fuck is wrong with those guys?
We won't talk. Well, we talked about it already, but we won't talk about it any further. The table, maybe we'll talk about the table going down because, you know, we can't have one of those Shaggy, it wasn't me moments.
Oh.
But NEC was the final Street Fighter V Season 1 tournament. And I personally didn't watch much of it. I'm going to be quite honest. I watched most of the Street Fighter V tournaments throughout the year, but I have zero interest in watching anything Street Fighter V since the moment they announced Season 2. Like this, I'm not going to sit here and bullshit this. I really don't care for watching Season 1. I didn't see any of that, but I watched Gear, I watched KOF, CVS2, I watched a bunch of other crap. And it was so fun watching all those other games. What did you guys end up watching from NEC?
Mainly... Alright, so I started out wanting to mainly watch KOF. I went into it, obviously Friday, only Street Fighter V was on, so I watched some of the teams from work. Then next day, caught some of the KOF. But since KOF didn't start out right when the pool started, I got to watch some Soul Calibur 5. And I gotta say, the game's kind of fun to watch. Like, I don't know anything about Soul Calibur 5 at all. But
was there any of the chick with the orbs? Her name escapes me at the moment.
I didn't see her. I mostly saw like the matches I saw was like a Mitsurugi versus Ivy.
Like the Lord intended.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. And then after that, yeah, I don't even recognize half of the characters in that cast. So I was like, who the fuck are these people? Where's Khalik at?
Oh, he got replaced.
He did.
Oh yeah.
That was my boy.
Did he get replaced?
He's Edge Master now.
Oh, he's a new main character?
No.
He's a new villain?
No,
he's
I don't know
he's actually Edge Master.
Means, so I'm like, yeah.
And so he's the Mokujin.
Oh, he's a Mokujin. Oh, okay.
But only for male characters.
Yeah.
That's cool. Well,
Yeah,
anyway,
so there's another
I don't
Keelik
see
now.
Khalik. I don't recognize anybody. But it was really fun to watch. Like, there were people, like, you know, just kind of losing their shit over it. And I was like, this is cool. I'm having a good time watching this.
So 5 was definitely a case of that game being close to really, really good. And then shit happened.
Viola happened.
Yeah, Viola definitely happened. It was one of those things where it's like, oh, we introduced what is basically a trap or anime style set play character into a 3D fighter. And everyone's like, oh, she doesn't do any damage. This is whack. And they're like, okay, let's up the damage. And then they up the damage and she kills you if you guess wrong twice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did she have an infinite at some point?
Yeah, she had a lot of things.
She had an infinite, and everybody said you couldn't do it, and then Tokido did it.
Yeah,
and
that was
like,
actually,
whoops.
That was going to be my next point.
It's weird.
That was going to be my next point. When Tokido is casually winning at your game, the character he's playing might be really good. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, but otherwise, that game's actually really fun. It's got some wacky system changes. The whole meter mechanic and the way it interacts with GI is interesting. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but the pace of the game is really nice, and it looks great. Like, fucking Soul Calibur has gone down in history as having some of like the most visceral feelings, moves and throws when they hit. Like Astaroth, like basically wrenching you around his axe and then compacting you into like a hamburger patty.
Like shit looks like it hurts, you know?
Yeah, like stuff feels great.
Like Sung Mina doing the treasure opening throw.
Was that the ball buster?
Yeah. It always was.
Yeah.
Just tap you on the ankles and then break the sack.
Pop, pop. Ah.
And then after that, KOF, and KOF is pretty cool. I know a lot of people wanted to see KOF pool start from the beginning to end, or until top 4, basically, as they ran it. And because of time constraints and because of like allowing other people to run stuff, they couldn't do that. But the stuff they did catch is pretty cool. Obviously, we didn't get to see Reynolds versus Rashikal, which is like probably a crime against humanity, because that match looked intense from shaky cam. And I actually didn't get to see finals for Street Fighter V, so I feel like kind of a fraud for that. I'm a commentator. I should be watching Street Fighter V stuff.
You're a Street Fighter V commentator?
Yeah. I commentated DreamHack. Remember?
You guys gotta tell me these things.
Like, I was about to say something very, like, inflammatory about Street Fighter V commentators. But yeah, so I didn't get a chance to catch that. I only caught like I caught grand finals where Punk and Mina were just trolling the shit out of each other, and that was fun to watch, I guess. Punk eventually took it anyway. But I gotta say, the KOF tournament probably held my interest the most, and not just because I love KOF over everything, but because, like, and I talked about this yesterday, Gibby. Remember? Where like we've been hearing a lot from people who we respect the opinions of, who thought that maybe the poke game into max mode, or quick max rather, was a little too strong and a little too prevalent, and they were right, because that shit happens all the time. Everybody goes for it. They're not actually playing the game. They're kind of just looking for that 1, 2, 3 activate setup. And there's certain characters that can do it really well. There's certain characters that can do it okay. And then there's characters that can't do it at all. And so Reynolds showed us that you don't need that at all.
Well, here's my thing with Reynolds. Reynolds shows you that you can play like an idiot and win. And at the same time, he shows you can play like an idiot and lose. So I don't know if he's the best example, but he definitely won. It was a very convincing win. Almost OCVs all across the board for the most part.
It wasn't so much his strategy that I was saying that he showed us, but it showed us that you can't just play it one way.
Yeah.
You can't just go head first into the game and be like, okay, he blocked my setup, I'm just gonna reset and then go right back into the exact same setup, which is low B into stand B. And if it doesn't hit, I'll do it again, and I'll keep doing it until it hits. And if it doesn't hit, then this guy's better than me. Like, he showed that, like, there's other options. There's things like, admittedly, with Gong-Il, there's like things that only he can do, obviously, and it's very hard to deal with if you've literally never seen it before in KOF 14. So that obviously had, Reynolds had the advantage there. But at the same time, there are so many characters in this game who have shown us since the release of it that have so many things that only they can do. And the things that you will only see if you play people that play those characters. And they are characters that not a lot of people play. I'm talking about Xanadu. I'm talking about Kukri. I'm talking about Zarina. I'm talking about Nelson. I'm talking about fucking Banderas. Like all these characters that nobody uses, and then somebody comes out with like some secret, quote unquote, secret tech, and it's just like, dude, this is pretty blatant.
Yeah.
The funny thing with Gong-Il is that he's not even like the huge tech monster that you have to do stuff for. Like, yeah, he has setups, he has cross under things, and like relaunch stuff that you can go for. But he also has really fucking annoying buttons.
Yeah.
Like, if you've never fought that character before, and he suddenly just starts doing stand D and stand CD in your face, and you're like, why am I just constantly getting smacked for moving? Like, I feel like a dumbass. I can't advance forward. Let me actually try to counter. Oh, I hit a down B in the max mode. I'm dead.
I'm gonna try to go underneath that. It's like,
yeah,
like that first, like his far stand D is something that they basically put in there to say, you know what, people are having way too much fun treating Gong-Il like a piece of shit. So we're gonna give him the best far standing hard kick in the game.
Yeah, that move's great.
And
like it's auto footsies.
Now the funny thing about it is people get hit by it, right? And when I get hit by it, I'm like, okay, I'm probably not going to do that again. Like this dude's just mashing it, or he knows when to press it. And the perfect time to press Gongil's far standing D is like, have I not pressed it? I should press it,
No, you're wrong. It's have I not pressed it? Press it. Have I pressed it? Press it. Did they block it? Press it. Did they get hit by it? Press it.
Just keep pressing the motherfucker, The thing is, though, like I get hit by that, and I'm like, all right, I should probably change something because that's like ruining like my whole approach.
Mm-hmm.
But there were people in the tournament that were just like, oh, I can't be that good.
Yeah, it's like, oh, maybe I'll jump over it. No, no, you're not. You trying to fidget around stand D means you're gonna get smacked by stand D again.
Basically, and that's cool because like it made them learn that, okay, Gongil has a real stand D. And it's not really leading to a lot of damage, but man, it's annoying. And it chips away at you. And it adds up over time. And that's something that I've been kind of pushing on this game over for like a while. And I'm like, dude, maybe it's not really about high damage as much as it's about consistent damage. Like people wonder why I never activate off of Joe's far stand D. And I'm like, because I don't have to. Because if you're an idiot, you're going to take him twice in a row. Because you're like, oh, man, I got hit by one. He won't do it again. Got hit by it again. I better back up. Oh, I better block. And then he throws a hurricane. Like, damn it, now I'm blocking hurricane traps.
I hate it.
But the thing is, like, people, I realize that when people come from 13, when people come from KOF 13, they don't have to deal with stuff like that, In 13, your offense on defense, like if you're on defense and somebody's like giving you block pressure, like it's very finite in terms of how far they can go with it, because mostly everybody was doing the safest block string, or in most cases the unsafe block string that just went unpunished. But nobody was really utilizing extremely good normals unless you were Huajai and you were doing far stand D. Ironically,
yeah, the only good normal in the game.
The only good normal in the game. So that's like the only thing they had to worry about. And so they were kind of used to being like, okay, it's my turn now. I blocked this heavy move. And nah, man, it doesn't work like that in this game. Tighten up.
Get it together, y'all.
Get it together. And I'm not blasting on nobody right now. I think the tournament was awesome. I think people fought their hearts out. It was definitely the biggest KOF 14 tournament of the year.
It was the biggest, and in my opinion, it was the most enjoyable so far. I mean, mind you, there are only 2 major KOF 14 tournaments that I could think of right now this year. And that's SCR and this.
Yeah, I mean, not including, like, people want to include the EVO one, but the EVO one was pre-release.
No, yeah, EVO doesn't count. That doesn't mean anything. This had a larger variety of players, characters, everything. It was entertaining. I liked it. I liked everything about this.
100%.
Oh, my favorite thing about it was this guy. His name is Afro Dynamic, all right? This man's voice, it's so good, so soothing. Yeah. I said this on Twitter, but I would really like him to call a baseball game. He says he's not a fan of baseball, but I will get you to dub over a Dodger game or something.
It has to be a Dodger game?
Not a Dodger game. I'll get you to dub over something else. You cannot,
the Yankees, man.
Dub over. No, you can't dub over Vince Scully. I'm not allowing that to happen.
Jesus.
You won't. I mean, you won't have to because Vince Scully is not going to be doing it anymore.
No, that's true. But I mean, I'm trying to do it before the next season.
All right. So, Afro Dynamic definitely one of the, I won't even say up and coming KO commentators because he's been doing it just about as long as I have.
Mm-hmm.
Like KPB has been running KOF and riding on it for about 2 or 3 years, even longer, honestly. I don't know how long they've been in existence, but KOF was definitely one of the games that they picked up immediately for broadcasting. And it actually took up until this year for me and Afro to really start talking to each other about commentary stuff. And I mean, we had chopped it up on stream all the time because we had mutual respect for each other. But this is the first time we've been like, hey, man, like, I think we should possibly do some work together or something because, there's definitely something here. You should definitely come out. And he says he wants to come out for NCR, so that'd be cool.
Okay.
NCR is the tournament to go to. I'm serious, folks.
Yes, it is. It is the #1 tournament to go to if you are either
I've never had a better tournament experience than NCR last year. That's
Well,
I'm not even. That's like far and away. Like
You guys need to bring up the fact that while NCR may or may not be the number one tournament to go to, it definitely it's a number one tournament and getting announced late as shit.
oh, that's true.
Yeah.
And usually NCR is March or April, right?
Yeah.
Here we
It's
are,
usually around my birthday.
4 months away
4
from
months
March
away.
and April.
Potentially
Nothing.
going to happen in March and April, and
I would also say that NCR is the hardest tournament to find
It's kind of
because nobody knows where Sacramento, California is.
yeah.
And they're probably better off that way.
It's the capital too, man. Like, how sad are we?
It even has its own international airport. You can just fly on in.
It's actually a really nice airport too.
Yeah, it's nice. It's small, but it's nice.
There's nothing
No,
to eat
but
around.
seriously,
There might be this year.
like, yeah, maybe. I hope. But seriously, like, I always hear a lot of people, especially NorCal and whatever anime players, complain that NCR might not be the best stage for them. But I mean, we have a lot of representatives out here that really do stand up and take the cause onto themselves. But not only that, but the hotel tech is insane.
Mhm.
Like, we've been there for how many years and have been just loud as fuck and never gotten kicked out or
Yeah,
anything
we
like
don't-
that.
I'd
Like,
say at least 3 or 4 now, right?
3
Yeah.
or 4 years, we like people are stumbling around, belligerent. Not like asshole belligerent, but like they're just it's just very obvious what's going on at 3 in the
friendly
morning out there.
belligerent?
Friendly belligerent.
Friendly belligerent. Like people are like some of us were doing that too, and like I'm not saying that the other tenants don't care, but the hotel definitely is just like, oh, you guys, whatever, have a good night.
Loves us. So not only does the hotel staff love us, a lot of them remember some of us.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's
It's
true.
nice. Like the entire bar staff seems to remember me and Chris. It's great because like we just went there. Oh, it's you two guys again, the brothers. I'm like, oh, sick. See this is amazing.
That's because Chris is dropping like $200 on that bar
Dude,
at least
Like after
for the
like,
weekend.
After like the third drink, I don't even care how much it costs.
The 575 or whatever it is Bud Light bottles. Oh, Jesus. You know what? Really glad I stopped drinking because god damn it, every year we would go there, I was just like, that first one is like just getting punched right as hard as you can in the stomach.
Jesus.
But then it's like you're over it and you're like, this is my life for the next 3 days. Well, okay, I guess.
Sorry, I was gonna spend $300 on food. Beer is food. It's fine.
Yeah, dude, it fills you up. You don't think about the hole in your stomach when it's full of alcohol, I think.
yeah, but also, if you guys like poverty games, and by that I mean like some of the bottom of the barrel, there's plenty of people out there to play as well.
Oh yeah,
That's true.
That's one of the things I enjoy about NCR. It's a smaller event, like compared to say SCR, Combo Breaker, and all that stuff, but you have everything that's at all these other events in terms of gaming and types of players. So playing poverty games, old games, shit games is great.
Oh
Except if you're trying to play Mark of the Wolves. Ask me how I know.
yeah.
You played Mark of the Wolves last year, didn't you?
It was against
Yeah,
me.
I played it. I played it this past year against some guy who told me he's a shit, and he was just shit. And then against G Dragon, that's his name, right?
Oh
Who told
my
me
God.
he'd destroy me, and oh boy, that was whew.
You have to understand, like when people like talk about games that they think nobody else plays,
Oh, no,
they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm the shit at this game." Come and go ask somebody about me.
NCR is great too because you can get experimental cocktails that you'll never be able to have anywhere else in the world.
Oh, so I don't know if you want to talk about it, but the bootleggers convention that happened last year. So it was a combination bootleggers convention and what else was it? It was it was a tournament in the room. What that game? What's the name of that game?
What one?
The golf game.
Oh,
Turf
great.
Masters?
Yeah, Turf Masters. It was a Neil Turf.
Oh.
It was a Neil Turf Masters tournament and a bootleggers convention in the
Oh,
hotel room. And
I don't think we actually did the Turf Masters tournament, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't think it actually.
No,
happened.
we couldn't. I think everyone that was trying to hold the tournament was drunk as shit, and they all broke my heart.
Yeah, I think the poverty room is going to be really cool this year, only for the fact that if you're someone who nobody vouches for, you got to play for your way through the door.
I just didn't remember because I got so damn traumatized by having to play Idle Hide and KOF 11 again. I was like, screw this, man. I want to go home.
But yeah, it's funny because from what I hear, and this is all tentative, we'll see. There might be a wheel of play this person in this game for access to the to the event. You want to come in? You got to play Gibby and Tournament Fighter.
Oh God.
Beat the shit out of these people in Tournament Fighter.
See, that's what I mean. You're like, who the fuck plays Tournament Fighter? I don't know, but whatever. He said he's good at it.
Oh my God, this Chrome Dome's too sick.
So yeah, NCR is going to be a good tournament when they finally announce it, of course.
Man, just thinking about people fucking feeling themselves at games they think nobody else plays.
Dude,
So, man,
that shit extended to Third Strike. That was the weird part. And I was
oh
like,
no, trust me. I am well aware of people that are like, my fucking Elena was nice back in the day, and I'm like, okay, where were you back in the day? It's like, I wasn't fucking Barricade and all that. I was like, oh, so you played against Ultra David and all them? He's like, I don't know who that is. Like, or you have people where I was like, yeah, let's play. I'm just gonna bust out the Ryu, see how you do, and like they get ass blasted. And it's like, you know what? I never really actually played this game anymore. I'm just gonna come out right out and say it. I'm just
like, I played.
It's always best when you go to somebody like David who played Barricade and you be like, yo, David, so this guy was telling me he was pretty nice in Third Strike. Do you remember him? Blah blah blah. And he's like, who?
yeah. Yeah, the best ones are where you get like, yeah, I won a couple of local tournaments, and I'm like, let me call up the local,
the local tournament guys.
The local tournament guys. It's like, hey, you guys remember this dude? Has a vest, wears glasses. No? Well, obviously the lines.
You remember this guy? Came in, button-up shirt, had snakes printed on it.
Look. All right. I know that's generic, but let me describe him to you. He had the button-up snake shirt, and he pressed down medium punch at a very specific rhythm.
He didn't have the button-up snake shirt. He had the button-up snake shirt too. Okay.
Oh,
the sequel.
So do you guys remember like when you were playing Third Strike? There was this guy. He came in and he was. This is how you remind me. He looked like that guy.
Oh God!
He said he was in the arcade all the time, but
yeah. There was this dude. He kept wanting me to play as Ken and asking him to look at this fucking photograph. I was like, I'm not looking at the fucking photograph, man. Get that shit out of my face.
Jesus Christ.
But have you ever had people like the Third Strike one's funny because like you can always just immediately like just fucking point that one away, or even like people that say they play Mark of the Wolves and then you watch them not do like basic system mechanic things that you should know. Like whenever it's like, oh, why did that Gato super hit me? I was blocking, and you're like, I've definitely had the funniest one was like, yeah, I was the shit at Senko no Ran, and I'm like, oh really?
That is
roll up, son.
That is norcal.avi.
That's the old like pull down the glasses slightly, tilt your head up a bit. And it's like, oh yeah.
Really.
So how many copies of Wartech did you buy at a GameStop for $9.99 a piece, huh?
NorCal's like the place you go when like they're just like talking mad shit on Aquapaza, and you're like, I can't believe people play this game in 2016.
Yeah, dude, I remember going to one. What's it called? Ram Nation, and in the back it was definitely just like Tone and some other guy playing Aquapaza. Everybody else constantly shit talking them the whole time, but they still played it. And then people, like NorCal usually does, is level up their shit talk game, so it doesn't even matter.
I mean, when you hang around Tyrem so much, you're just like, man, there's just so many different ways I can call him a terrible player. It's like,
yeah.
That explains why Chris is always talking about fucking Basra, because he fucking hangs out with all those guys.
Dude,
play shitty
you
games.
knew this. You knew this already.
Just imagine like fucking DJ Cream and Chris sitting in a corner like, yo, this Basra game though, oh, it's the best.
People wonder,
Man, okay.
People say like, oh, Hell Pockets, man, you've become part of the anime community. Like, I am the fucking anime community, man.
This is like your dad suddenly came back and it's like, you kids want to play Basara Cross?
It's better than Marvel.
Like, see, the funny thing, Paul, is you could talk shit about that, and it's just, you could say it's him and whoever the fuck else in NorCal. It's like, oh, Chris and DJ Cream over there playing Basara Cross, and I'll be like, I'm gonna be back in like 5 minutes, dude. Hold on. It's like, just come back like, yo, I got next.
Hey man, honestly, I've wanted to learn Tournament Fighters for like 5 years, so I can't talk too much shit. That game is broken as hell.
Gosh, for like how long you could have?
Yeah, but Josh gets really bored if he's just destroying you over and over again. So
that's why you make him take shots after every win.
Dude, I remember.
I don't need Josh to fall all over the place.
Remember that time I randomly showed up at your house and then I looked and Destrega was on the TV and I'm like, I'm so fucking in right now.
I do remember that night. 'Cause, like, Josh is like, "Yo, check it out! I got it. Gameplay." And I'm like, "What?" He puts it on. I'm like, "What is this fucking game?"
And then I'm in the corner like, "Fucking Destrega, hell yeah!"
Everybody's like trying to play, and we're all just getting mauled. And I'm like, "I hate this game."
Well, you guys know Destrega? Talking about Destrega, right? I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, it was funny as hell because it was like we had Destrega on the one TV and then the CBS 2 on like the fucking tube TV on the floor, and it's like, if I'm gonna lose at one game, I'm gonna lose at CBS 2 at least.
The thing that got me the most about the Destrega is how Josh was really intense about getting people to play it. And he looked at me, he's like, "Yeah, you should know this is a weird ass game." And I was like, "I actually have never played this, man. This shit looks crazy." And then Tony's like, "My time has come." And then
Your time is up. My time is now.
the shit that got me even more is then Kelly walked in and was like, "Oh shit, Destrega." I'm like,
Those are the kind of people we are, man. It just happens.
Yeah, I was like, Kelly, Kelly strikes me as somebody who would have been in the poverty shit.
and I'm like over here watching fucking y'all exchange strats about the Strega, and I'm like, this is like some back alley fucking tips and tricks fucking shit. Like, this is the mail that didn't get sorted in fucking.
I feel like Kelly is like one of those people who actually calls Bloody Roar 1 Beasterizer because she played it in the arcade.
God damn, I'm looking so forward to NCR. It's gonna be the greatest.
I can hear you rubbing your hands. That's the part.
I love it. I love NCR more than like I thought. I'm like, all right, this is my local tournament. I'll go or whatever. But then last year was really just a turning point to be like, we're in Sacramento. Fuck it. We're gonna make the best of it. We're gonna have the best fucking time regardless of wherever we're at. And it was so good.
That's another
Fucking
thing.
Anthony doing the Birdman hand rub over
I
here.
love it.
I also want to point out we don't even know where we're gonna be at next year. So
Yeah,
not only do we
that's
not
what I
have
was
a
gonna
date,
say.
we do not have a location.
We don't know, but assuming we're in the same location, I at least know places to eat now.
Yeah. Now,
A lot of places to
some
eat.
people have been talking about us moving back to Milpitas, which would be great because there's like all night pho over there, so you can get pho like at 3 in the morning out there. Which is
The problem with the fucking Milpitas was that there was like nowhere else around. It was like
yeah, it was pretty bad.
And I
you had to walk, or if you did like you had to walk a good way or have a car, which sucked.
I mean, it's like right by my house, so like I'm like 10 to 15 away, so I'd be cool.
No, that's fair.
But if it's back in Sacramento, then it's actually not bad because they've been building the place up because of the new stadium over there, and like
yeah,
people over there are like more accustomed to. Ironically, they're more accustomed to us showing up because me and Gibby went out last year for NCR with a couple of local people, and they were just like, "Oh, you guys are there for the tournament? Cool!" And I'm like, "Oh shit, people know about us. We're celebrities. Somebody buy me a drink."
We went places and they knew who we were, and they weren't even part of the scene.
Like
It was the strangest shit.
who was that dude? Like that dude with the freaking bow tie at that bar with the mermaids.
Oh man,
Like,
that
dude
guy loved you.
Like he would not leave.
He
me alone.
legit loved you. I think he wanted you. Like he was trying to get your number.
No, he had a
And,
girlfriend. What are you talking about?
I don't know. I think that was just his close friend. He was definitely hitting on you. Both our friend and I saw it. He was definitely hitting on you. He was sharply dressed and he was a good-looking man. You should have exchanged numbers.
all this talking, the chat about Bloody Roar 2 and stuff like that is making me laugh. Like this is like the kind of time where you make a story. I would be like, "Did you know why he was called Justin Marvelous Wong? Because his fucking marble was way too sick in Bloody Roar 2."
Jesus.
Nah, man, it's all about some random person coming out of the cut and being like, "I was a Bloody Roar 2 world champion. Bet you didn't know that shit."
My fucking long.
Yo, Jenny the Bat, that was me, dog.
Yo, see my Gato. He's too fucking cool.
I literally don't know any characters in Bloody Roar. The only one I know is Jenny. And I don't know if she was in all the games either.
God, I want to go to Faustings. I want to go to so many tournaments, but the work grind is too real.
Rick did put up a tweet earlier. Tomorrow, all the Combo Breaker registration stuff will go live. I believe.
Hell. I haven't even registered for Faustings yet.
Well, that's because you're lazy, and it's just there.
Yeah, you're right.
I think he said a few weeks ago or a month ago that the hotel rooms were like almost sold out already, which makes no sense to me. But I mean, I don't know. We'll see. So tomorrow, register.
Wait, for Combo Breaker?
Yeah, for Combo Breaker.
Oh, son of a bitch.
He announced the event, and then within a day or two, he's like, "Oh, all the stuff's almost sold out already." So, yeah. But there's that. Frosty Faustings is coming up next month. You guys should go to both of them. I've never been to either, but they're both good tournaments from what I'm told. From a very close friend of the show, who will rename.
Anonymous.
Yeah, where's that one?
Rename
nameless.
Nameless.
No, you know what? Better yet, we'll rename him to Rose Black. There you go.
Rose Black.
They'll never figure it out.
Nope.
Sounds like a freedom fighter.
It probably is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want to do the combo breaker, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get time off for that. And with the new atmosphere that exists within the FGC for professional members attending events, it is always not entirely beneficial for people of my stature to visit tournaments for free. So I need to know if there's going to be some scratch broken off for my talents.
Just do what I do.
They don't need anybody to commentate Bloody Roar, Chris.
Are you sure?
I'll totally do it by Hugo is nice, dog.
Got a couple guys I know. Dude, Hugo was sick.
Yeah.
Fucking.
It's just like.
I used to remember playing a lot of Bloody Roar 3 when it was on GameCube. And I mean, I played 1 and 2 a lot. And then my brother got 4 or whatever. I'm just like, dude. He has that move where you go punch, and it's like back punch. And like he moves his hand up, but it's like 3 punches rapidly. That shit was cool.
Am I the only one who really didn't play Blood Roar here?
Right,
I really didn't either.
I played Bloody Roar as a child by myself, and I figured out combos that would wall carry and then break the wall. So that's it. That's all I really.
I still hate Evil Zone, not the game itself, but the fact that my brother would sit there reading the lore for fucking hours and there's no music that plays when you do this or some shit like that. And I'm like, dude, can I watch like The Simpsons or play another game? You don't have to. No, I'm gonna fucking read all the lore from Evil Zone. And I'm like, fuck.
Shit.
Books were a mistake. No books in my video games.
Evil Zone. Like, what a game to look up the lore for. Like, that's like fucking going like, I'm gonna go read up the fucking backstory to Dark Rift.
Oh,
I don't even know what this game is. I have to like look it up.
These are games. So like,
Oh, this fucking game!
Yeah,
Dan Ziver!
I remember seeing this like at Blockbuster all the time, and I was like, "This game looks like shit."
It's 2 buttons, so it is. It might be 1 button actually. I don't remember. First it was guard and attack.
It looks like a budget rate Toshinden. Jesus.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Toshinden was not quite not budget at the time either. If you compare it to,
You know what game needs to be like stolen by indie developers though? Is Trap Gunner. We need a new fucking Trap Gunner.
What was that? What was that game? I can't remember.
That was the one that was like the top-down isometric game where you can put down traps and then you can attack people. It was long range and close range.
Would you say it's real trap shit?
Yeah, totally.
There was actually a guy.
Sorry.
There was a guy at Frosty when I went that he was really into the Trap Gunner. I think he goes by Crime Fighter on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I don't even remember how it came up, but he just started talking to me about Trap Gunner. And I'm like, this game needs to come back. Like,
no, it really does. Like the biggest issue is that when you play versus, obviously same screen, you could screen look or whatever like that. If they had like put it multiplayer, head to heads and stuff like that, added more traps, more strategy. Come on, it had one of the sickest fucking character select theme songs in all games.
Real trap shit. Oh, man. Can we talk to Atlas? Like, who do we talk to at Atlas about Trap Gunner?
I don't know, man.
I think they're all dead. I think all the people that were there for Trap Gunner.
Can we get a hold of their next of kin? Like, holy fuck.
The developer was Rakchen? I don't know. I don't even know what they make anymore.
I will say, one of the fun things about playing games that are kind of small like that or just really easily forgotten is that they really bring back a lot of the joy that you had when you first really got into competitive games. Like people figuring out all this new weird crap and you're just like, what is this? You see something you've never seen before and somebody's just like, yo, that's some shit I made up. You're like, okay, that's bullshit.
That's the Tony special when they go into the electric trap.
Dude, when you just play Tico and spam missile the whole time? Nah, dude, I played Van Rally and John Vicious. Something about a big dude that looks evil with a shotgun is really cool. And then, spamming.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
God, I love that game. There were so many sick games for the PlayStation. Like, I know I talk about this every now and again, but PlayStation was the most diverse and adventurous platform that we've ever had in history. Like PS2, people will say PS2 was the best. They had the most great games, but they were still fairly not varied. You know, you got a couple like interesting stuff in the beginning. You got Mr. Mosquito or like the Adventures of Cookie and Cream and shit like that really took advantage of the DualShock. But PlayStation just had some wild shit out there, man. Everybody was trying new shit out there. It was like the most experimental platform I've ever seen, and for that, it's really cool. Damn. Nowadays, we get Retro Indie Casual, the game part 7 million. Voxels. Didn't you like box graphics? Everybody's a box.
I love 3D pixels.
Oh, God, I love it. If it's not... If there's not primitive third-dimensional objects that are only, made out of polyhedrons, it's just... I'm just mad.
On the subject of 3D pixels, 3D pixels for Revelator came out on Steam, right?
Mm.
Yes.
I did not hear anything about the port on how it is.
I've heard some people say it's very similar to Sign in terms that it feels like there's less lag on PC, just like with Sign. But some people are also saying that they think NetPlay is better, but it's really hard to tell. That stuff always seems like it's person to person.
I feel like NetPlay might be better only for the fact that someone who might have a PC version would splurge on better internet because they use their computer all the time. Like if they have
we also have to admit there's the endless amount of douchebags that play with fucking consoles on wireless connections.
That's true too.
Yeah, very true.
You still have wireless computers and stuff like that, but even then, wireless fidelity is either better or they're definitely going in for the Ethernet.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I still need to pick that up. I'll probably pick that up now. Because what do we know about this one? Am I gonna get like screwed and like fucking Revelator 2 is gonna come out?
Funny you should ask. There's actual developer statement saying they know about what is, they know the existence of the ASW cycle where it's like, arcade release, X number of months down the line, console release, X number of months down the line, PC release. You buy the PC release and then, hey, fucking BlazBlue Chrono Phantasma Fiction Extend 2 is out, right? And you feel like a jackass for fucking, waiting for PC, right?
Right.
They definitely said that they're aware of that and they're going to try to do better. So what that exactly entails is definitely a wait and see kind of thing. But if they're at least admitting to it, it kind of gives me hope that we're not going to get fucked over if you buy the PC release for Revelator. Because Signed to Revelator was a relatively big jump because it wasn't just the characters that got added.
Mm-hmm.
There's, the change in the lighting engine. Like, the game obviously looks better with just how everything changed in the backgrounds. It's new backgrounds, new characters altogether, new modes entirely. Like, there's fishing, there's the model, the really cool model viewer thing that you could do. So there's a ton of shit. It's one of those things where I was like, okay, this is justifiably a different enough game, right?
Right.
So perhaps they're just going to expand on Revelator to, if we get like, hey, Revelator 2, it's just an expansion. It's not actually a new game you have to buy. Hopefully it's the course they go for, and hopefully PC people don't get fucking screwed over for waiting again.
Yeah.
But they're aware of it.
I mean, I have it on PS4, but fuck it. I like PC as my main platform. So that's why I bought it right now.
Look, at least the Revelator port is not .emu.
Ah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, just look at it that way.
I can live with that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you gotta look at the positives, my man.
That's fucked up.
Now, you know what's fucked up? Shitty ports.
No, I agree. That's what I'm saying.
Hey.
Anyway, I think we got some prizes to give out, don't we?
Yeah, I'll be doing the drawing in 5 minutes. I'm putting the links in chat one last time. And then I'll do the drawing in 5 minutes. Again, the drawings, are these right? Yeah, they're right, I think. I don't know. The drawings are four copies of Mark of the Wolves for the PS4 and Vita, Samurai Showdown 6 for the PS4, and I want to say the Vita, but I'm not 100% sure. And same with Last Blade 2. I don't know if Last Blade 2 and Samurai Showdown 6 are crossplay, but we'll find out. Last Blade 2, Samurai Showdown 6, and one copy of Mark of the Wolves is being provided by the good fellows at Dreamcastle. Be sure to follow them for a chance to win this. Yeah, Hell Pockets has drink to them and chicken to them, I think.
Pizza.
Pizza, oh man. I want some pizza.
Mm-hmm.
I ate too much today, but I want some pizza. We'll what's it? 5 minutes? Yeah, we'll be doing that soon. What else happened? So, take this 5 minutes to rant really quick about how happy I am. You guys see this Dragon Quest XI shit?
Holy shit.
Oh yeah.
No.
I heard about it.
So check this out. I watched it. I'm like, okay, this looks sick. It just looks pretty. Like the PS4 version looks beautiful. Looks gorgeous. All right. 3DS version, you got the moderately okay looking 3D version, and then underneath you got the Dragon Quest VI stylish looking game, and I love that shit. That gives me such a fucking raging boner. I want it. I need it. And then what threw me off and forced me into buying both copies is at the end of the trailer, the protagonist of this game pulls out Lodo's sword, which is the sword from the first 3 games, and has no business in being in any of the games outside of 9 because 9 was paying homage to 1, 2, 3. Now it's in this game. Why? I don't fucking know. I need to know why. And I gotta buy the game in order to find out why. So, guys, to buy a Switch to buy all 3 versions of this game?
Probably.
Am I gonna have to do a GoFundMe for a Switch?
Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen. But I was told by Markman that Hori said it's gonna be completely rebooted, the franchise. So I genuinely hope this somehow, some way takes place in the 1, 2, 3 timeline. Like either after all of it, in the middle of all. My God damn it! I'm actually looking forward to a video game, guys. Also,
It's happened.
it's because I got a new buddy. See my buddy?
Hey,
This is my Christmas gift. Can you guys see it? It's fucking adorable. Look at that.
it's Leonardo.
It's
man.
it's a sentimental thing.
You don't
History between me and another person. That's great.
You like Leonardo?
I like all the turtles.
He's a Raphael guy, ain't he?
I was saying, that's a rough guy.
I am a Shredder guy.
Oh,
I'm a
wow.
Bebop guy. I'm a Rocksteady guy.
Shredder,
Remember, I like
they're
villains.
not turtles, man. You can't pick non-turtles.
Yeah, I can.
No, you
Fuck
can't.
Everyone
outta
always
here,
asks me
Chris.
who's my. Everyone always has asked me who's your favorite Ninja Turtle. I'll say Bebop and Rocksteady.
They're not freaking Ninja Turtles.
You keep telling me that. Every
They're not
toy
even
I bought,
ninjas. They're not turtles. They're not ninjas.
every toy I bought way back when that had Bebop and Rocksteady in the packaging said Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and inside of the box was a Bebop or a Rocksteady. See?
I gotta blow my
Now,
nose.
the real question is, the new main character in Dragon Quest XI gonna have air drip cannons?
He will have the air cancels. I will make sure. I will discover it. All right. I'm good at discovering these air cancels. But I do want to get this game. The game looks nice. The issue is, of course, it's announced for Japan next year, and which historically it takes 2 to 4 years for a Dragon Quest game, to come out in Japan to the US,
Mm-hmm.
and that has me
if they
very
decide to
worried.
release it here.
I don't see why they wouldn't. Like, look,
No, I know. I imagine this one will.
yeah, because they got Builders, Dragon Quest Heroes 1, 2, and apparently 3's in the works. All this shit's coming out here in the States. So why take the goddamn marquee title in the franchise and leave it in Japan? Why don't you just bring it here? Not instantly. You can't do. Well, I mean, they can, but it's gonna be a pain in the ass doing worldwide release. If somehow this shit is just out of the box, hey, you guys can play in Japanese, you guys can play in English, French. I'm gonna cry.
I know why.
I
I
mean,
will show emotions, everybody.
they can do that for Final Fantasy Versus 13. I mean 15, but why can't we get that? Did it really take them 10 years to translate the fucking text? Why don't we fucking get this Dragon Quest 11 shit going? You know what I mean?
Just go straight call them out like that in front of their face like that? Come on, man.
I'm just saying. Why you gotta show so much love for your Final Fantasy while Dragon Quest, the progenitor?
What took 10 years for Final Fantasy 15? We had to find a perfect voice for Sydney.
Gotta be a Southern Belle, a real one.
Not even, man. She breaks character. The accent disappears halfway through a sentence.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
in
man.
the first 2 sentences, she's all like, "Oh yeah, I forgot I'm a hick." See, it's Grace Murphy granddaughter.
All right. Contest is closed. Gonna start doing this. I'll announce the winners in 10 minutes.
Go for it.
All right, let's get some questions, I guess. If we got nothing else.
Wait, hold on. I did want to say one thing. the new patch comes out for Killer Instinct tomorrow, and they revealed that there are going to be new characters coming to the game. And basically, there is like what looks to be sort of like a P-Jack, a prototype Jack type character with Kilgore, and it literally looks like a fucking full-gore robot with 2 Gatling guns for hands. Like,
that sounds awesome.
What the actual hell? This character looks silly as shit.
I love it. That sounds great.
So it looks pretty funny. I mean, it could be really cool. KI's done some really unique stuff with their characters. I'm interested to see. It looks like there's going to be 3 character slots. So Kilgore and 2 more, and I'm wondering what they're going to do with them. So
what I really like
Not
about Killer Instinct, especially the later 2 patches, once Iron Galaxy really went in there, was we definitely got a lot of stuff borrowed from other games, but I like that. Other games need representation too. There's nothing wrong with what's been done, but they still have their own kind of flair. Like Shadow Jago, who's essentially just Dimitri. That's just fucking wild. Like, I loved it. What the fuck? But then he also has a segmented power bar, so he do more EX moves and shit like that. He's got
It's
ESP.
and in certain ways it reminds me a lot of how Arc System Works has taken a lot of stuff from old SNK games.
Oh yeah, but even now, like they're like, let's throw. What are some other popular games out in the world right now? We'll try and make fighting game versions of that. That's crazy to me. I love it. That's the shit.
Well, yeah, and like having Arbiter from Halo and Battletoads. Like, yeah, it's a cool game. I wish I would actually take the time to sit down and learn it, but I'm lazy.
General Ram.
Oh yeah,
that character's weird, man. He fucked you up, but he's also like kind of one-dimensional. Very little mix-up, but goddamn, you die if you fuck up.
But so that patch comes out tomorrow as well, and then Kilgore is supposed to be available sometime in January. They said so.
Okay, man, Christmas is just like the fighting game patch notes like time now too. Like, are we gonna?
I mean, that's cool, you know.
I'm cool with that too. That people got time to look at it and shit, and it's just like, man, I'm just really excited to see NCR. I mean,
you know what's going to be funny is that January is going to end up being a really big month too, because we're going to get Kilgore and probably a new reveal. We're going to get the Evo announcement, which we're going to get a Tekken announcement, which is probably the console date finally, because they said there's going to be
an announcement.
Yeah, there's a Switch announcement. Maybe we'll finally hear something more on Injustice 2. Maybe. We might get a little bit more of a hint about the next Street Fighter character as well. So.
Oh, I got some insider information. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, the next character representing the Capcom side is Al Bundy. He's going to be in there. He just wants to sit on his couch and watch some TV, but all these Infinity Stones are really fucking with him. So he's teamed up with X in order to try and, get this shit unlocked.
Is this level 3 5 touchdowns in one game where he just has all the auto guard and shit?
He catches the Power Stone and it's just shaped like a football and he just goes
for Honda
in a single game.
Dude. Man, fuck, that's a fucked up character. Stone X Rock install? Like,
yeah,
What if he has Psycho Dad Assist?
Oh
no.
Psycho Dad just eliminates everybody on the screen. OP, man. Not good. All right, so you want to do giveaways, you want to do questions?
Give me 5 more minutes. The website is acting stupid. But let me just say this right now. The second name I pulled was the Hound.
Oh my god.
Always is.
So he won, but he is a gracious winner. He knows he can't have it all, and he's kind enough to relinquish his prize, and it goes to someone else whose name I already picked.
This dude fucking knows something. Like, he's got the algorithm in his back pocket or some shit.
By the way, I'm just gonna throw this out there. Okay, so he won the Dream Cancel one, all right? So I did the Dream Cancel one first, and then he won the SDR one.
He won both! What?
So the Hound's gonna be like my friend who's like, his social security number never gets picked for jury duty, just like based on like the lucky roll, like the random number generator he got when he was fucking born. Some bullshit, man. This dude, he's got the raffles on lock.
All right, I'm just confirming that everybody's following Dream Cancel and everything. I just have to make sure.
Disappointed.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a question real quick and make myself feel better. All right. First question comes to friend of the show, DJ Cream. Who would win if Hell Pockets, Manchester, Lord Walkman, Mecha MacGyver, and Super Effects were the last 5 entries during an SDR Royal Rumble? How could we be the last 5 entries in an SDR Royal Rumble when we are the SDR Royal Rumble?
No.
Well, what if we take all the guests?
Yeah.
Oh.
I feel like it's more like if at the end of the Rumble, the last 5 of us were in there. You know, obviously we'd body everybody else in the Rumble. Last 5 entries.
We've had this question before, and the answer was Pockets and I would beat the living shit out of the 3 of you because that would be very easy for us. And then
I would totally take
we would do
advantage of
something.
back.
Yeah.
I was about to say, all we have to do is chop block the both of you and you're done permanently. Your entire body is about to explode.
Come on.
I think we have this on lock. Like, Tony and I use our collective weight to crush Gibby's back. All the while, Paul is in the old, fucking like footstool position behind Chris, and we tackle Gibby into Chris and use the inertia to tip them both over the ropes.
And then they explode.
Yeah. And it'll be like the old fucking WWE game when you explode, it'll just be chicken beard everywhere.
Oh, that's so true.
And then one of us will turn on the others like Bad News Brown did on Bret Hart at WrestleMania 4.
Oh no!
Wow.
So a random bot apparently retweeted the contest of the
Yo,
one.
we got bots. We made it, guys.
Yeah, we got a bot that retweeted. I'm looking at this. It's nothing but porn in this account.
Perfect.
Are you sure that's not a viewer?
Are you sure that's not the Hound?
No, I said porn. God damn it! Again, not the Hound.
What would happen in a Rumble would be I would team up with either Paul and Alex or Gibby and Hell Pockets and to knock 2 of them out, and then in the excitement, I would do a suicide dive onto him and realize I just disqualified him.
Nice job.
Damn it!
Which one of us gets the Kofi Kingston spot of like somehow getting?
I'll go to Paul.
I was about to say, given that's gonna have to be me.
Yeah.
You gotta do the
Oh no,
handstand.
Paul jumped outside, but he landed on Chris's gut. He's now bounced back in.
By the way, Chris's guts are now out of his lungs, so.
let me
didn't need it.
stop this really quick. I won. Anthony won.
What? Wait, what?
Hell Pockets won.
Yeah!
Like right now, no, I just pulled our names 3 times in a row, and SDR is the 4th name that just won.
So we all won. Perfect. Good night, everybody.
Your
Thanks for
Random
playing.
generator is not.
I wish
working.
this shit let me remove names. Okay, there you go. That's a winner. All right. So that's 1, 2, 3,
All right,
4,
I got
5,
another
right?
question. I got another question from Lionheart 16.
Okay.
SDR Cast, what were some of the hardest bosses that the SDR crew have faced in fighting games? Any stories to tell?
Johan, Rage of the Dragons.
Oh, yeah. I would also like to say General from Kaiser Knuckles / Dan Kuga.
I had a much tougher time with Johan.
Really? But he's a perfect soldier.
So?
I mean,
Magaki.
General is fucking...
KOF11, Magaki.
Magaki was just dumb. I didn't want to play fucking a cave shooter in my King of Fighters. Ugh.
See, for me, it was the tag team of Ricky Ortiz and Justin Wong playing Chun back to back at Evo. When it's a one game.
Dramatic battle.
Yeah, fuck this.
I'm trying to remember. I've played so many damn games over the years. I don't remember any. I know that there were definitely times where I would just get hella mad. We used to have a file cabinet next to where I played games in my parents' basement. And so I just lay into that with my elbow sometimes when games were... There's a huge fucking dent permanently in that file cabinet from my brother and I over the years.
Just beating the shit out of it.
Yeah, just literally beating the shit out of that file cabinet.
God.
That poor file cabinet man had 3 months to retirement.
What are some other hard bosses? You know who isn't a hard boss? Fucking Kane R. Heenlein. That guy was one of the weakest SNK bosses I've ever fought.
Yeah, he is.
I don't. That was so weird.
What? Somebody brings up a good point. Bestaban says Shao Kahn MK2 arcade. Shao Kahn and MK3 with the fucking hammer that he just randomly pulls out and dizzies you.
So
that's some bullshit.
I like that Shao Kahn gets brought up. My baby brother and I have had this ongoing joke forever. So you remember Shao Kahn's tackle that he has?
Yeah.
So I just randomly do it to him and then just yell at him, "You weak, pathetic fool." I've been doing this to him for 15 years. And it's the funniest shit. Like we just laugh every time I do it. We just laugh because it's out of the blue. It's like one of those office linebacker things.
Do you do it in like slow motion, like he does, where you like lean into it and then go forward?
Yeah. No, I do it exactly as I lean forward and then I just jump at him. It's great. Perfect.
You know what boss is hard until you actually learn the game mechanics. So Gil, but then you actually learn how to parry and you feel like the shit because he does like that fucking stupid ass safe double knee drop, but you parry it and you murder him for it, which just fucking shows you if you learn how to get good, you can also parry the Messiah. Get that shit out of my face. Gonna try to lariat me with your arms on ice? I'm gonna parry the fuck out of that too.
Okay, let's see. I got the winners. All winners. Confirm that they all follow all the things. Got it. So the Dreamcast contest. I started out with Last Blade 2. What was it? Last Blade 2? Sam Show 6. Mark of the Wolves. Last Blade 2 was won by Nests KOF. That's his name. It's a Brazilian player and streamer. This other one was won by Matthew Johnson. He goes by the M Johns. And the third, that was Samurai Showdown. Or no, Last Blade 2. I'm sorry. And Mark of the Wolves was won by Crack Prawn, who retweeted last second.
Wow. Jumping in.
Typical Mikey.
And then the next three are all Mark of the Wolves. Casio Pedro won Mark of the Wolves. Raging Goose won Mark of the Wolves. And Majin Obama won Mark of the Wolves.
Nice.
Hey, good thing you tuned into the show.
I will DM all of you. I don't think I can. I probably can DM. Yeah, I can DM everybody.
I gotta say, Majin Obama, definitely be able to practice up for Evo Japan. Gibby will be expecting you. Just roll up. All right, how's your grant?
Yo, Gibby, did you see Steve on Twitter saying he's gonna try to body you with his Freeman? I was just like, this is sick.
No, hold on.
I just saw it. Yeah.
Don't lie to Gibby. He said Freeman and Rock. Like we're going with the bottom of the bottom.
Oh boy.
So here's my points. One, he didn't actually retweet it to enter the contest. He quoted it. I'm looking at it right now. You like the way this the thing I use is it counts retweets. It doesn't count quoted tweets. You know. So he's fucking up. Like much like this man does not respond to my text messages or calls. He's not responding to this contest in the proper way. And he thinks he could. You know what, Steve? I will play you blindfolded and beat the shit out of you. I will put you in a goddamn trash bag like I put Hellbox in a trash bag.
Yeah, go ahead and do it, man. Come on. One of us.
Too good.
We have to talk to Ultra Chen to get this match going. Like, who do we clear to put Steve in the trash bag? Like,
you know what? How about this? Ultra Chen holds me down while I play Steve.
They try and stop you from touching the key.
Yeah.
You know what? I would pay good money to see you, David, Sajam, and James rumble while you try to get to fight to the stick to play Steve.
He's still gonna lose, man.
And somebody said it all to the Benny Hill theme. I think it'll be fantastic.
I'm just really picturing like Sajam going for like a flying armbar and just not quite getting all of it. Like,
I feel like Gibby would try to knock James out as soon as possible. Just like hit him in the chin and just like knock him out and just like.
James would be the toughest of the three to deal with because he's a hugger. And David, I think, won't care too much. And Sajam thinks he can wrestle.
David's gonna give you the light touch.
I think
man.
James would try and get you like a tiger suplex or something.
All of a sudden, James comes out. He's got like the collegiate headgear on. He's like, "I've been waiting a long time for this."
Look, like
Tiger spin.
y'all getting bamboozled right now. Like, you think he's gonna go for the grips when actually James Chen is the striker and he's gonna hit you with this sweet Chen music, man. Like, he's gonna bitch up.
He's gonna hit you with the freaking donkey kick, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
Oh my goodness.
You know, he would be proud of that pun if he got it.
We'll explain it to him one day with accompanying footage. It's like, you see, James, this was a 1990s wrestling superstar.
Congratulations to all our winners. We're glad you got your games and you enjoy them, especially the person that got Last Blade 2. You better play online and get good at it.
Yeah, we want to play Kagami. Actually, fuck that character. I like Speed Shigen.
Hey, I'm Setsuna right now. I'm going low tier right now. Actually, no, Setsuna's not even low tier. He's just really simple. People mistake him as low tier, but he's just really simple. He's got one of the best reaches in the game. Hey, we got more questions.
Okay.
Got more questions. One's from another friend of the show, Reiki, James Alderson, who's been making waves with his KOF 14 survey. SDR Cast, what's your favorite fighting game mechanic you would like to see in a current game today? I feel like we get this like at least once a year.
Team up attacks.
What'd you say?
Team up attacks, especially ones that are specific to certain like groups. Like team throws, team up attacks, stuff like that.
Like supers though, or like just regular like because
I mean supers is fine.
Yeah.
Like rival schools, or like team throws and Dead or Alive, or like double Atomic Buster from Marvel vs. Capcom. Stuff like that. I really like character interactions with other characters.
I would say that just to comment on your preferred mechanic, that I've been playing the Simpsons arcade game at my local dive bar for about 2 weeks now. And
you beat it with 3 of your friends. You never felt so young.
Yeah, but you son of a bitch.
No, but yeah, I like that
I'm
part.
talking here, damn it! Shut up. I was gonna say that the fact that I could use different team-up attacks with all other 3 characters and they're all unique is pretty cool. Maybe they should include something like that in fighting games. You dickhead.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like that's so.
I would actually have liked, and Street Fighter V actually had the opportunity to do this, but they didn't really. I would have liked them to bring back original alpha counters that actually do damage. Because it would have been really interesting to make the V meter like a really meter management thing, where it's just like, hey, you can use this to try to actually take offense with it. Or, like where it's like, hey, Nakali's not always going to want a V trigger every fucking round.
Mm-hmm.
But so I really like the old alpha counter system. The new ones are all right. They're not bad, but I prefer the old stuff.
Oh, going with that sub thing is I really liked Rogue being able to steal people's moves in
oh yeah, that was kind of cool.
vs. Street Fighter. The move stealing was totally awesome. I'm down for that.
Did you like when Yoshi could do it with Flash in Tekken 4?
I never played Tekken 4 because I was told it was bad, and so I stayed away.
I mean, you're not wrong.
And then I watched SK play it last night for a while. I was like, man, this game doesn't seem nearly as bad as people say it is, but I'm sure it's awful. Don't you just like Steve versus Jin?
No.
You know what I want? Because all I see in fighting games today is people waking up with low attacks.
Mm-hmm.
I want universal overheads back. Like hopping overheads. Hopping overheads.
Ah, okay. So you can low crush and stuff.
Yeah, get that extra stun.
You're telling me you want a move that is designed to beat very lazy offense and predictable offense and rewards you for very precise timing and spacing with significant frame advantage? And yet it is not an overpowering move when used irresponsibly?
Yes, sir.
Fuck out of here, my guy.
Chris, you realize you're actually signing your own death warrant by wanting such a thing, right?
Yeah, I know. That'll learn me good.
Yeah.
That would be cool, though. I mean, obviously, with the more of the middle attack aspect in a 2D fighting game, but of course, how fast it moves is probably also.
Actually,
that
brings up a really good point about universal overheads and how they would have been very welcome in games like Street Fighter 4 and Street Fighter 5, because comboing off them was hard enough that you sort of had to do basically like meaty universal overheads in most cases. Meaty, yeah. So it's not like it's super hard to read the situation situation, but there is still always a threat, and yeah, you might get hit by them over and over again, but normally if you're just crouching, you can't combo off them if you get hit normally.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. They would have been a cool addition. I know that a couple characters technically, like what Hugo has one in 4 technically, right?
Yeah, Hugo has it, and it's very unique in that it's more of a tool to get around fireballs, because it just outright hops fireballs despite, them going through his fucking body.
Oh, that's weird.
But it does function kind of in the same way. The other thing that would have been really unique is, like you mentioned, how like it's comboing off of them is very particular. Like obviously you have setups like, oh, did they block short? I could just do universal overhead here, and if it tags them, I know I'm at the right spacing and frame advantage for this to hit, right? Assuming they're crouching.
Right.
But if they take it standing and they're fucking a smart ass, and suddenly I'm at slight, disadvantage for it hitting, there's a guessing game there. It's one of those mechanics I honestly felt, while it was very unique to Third Strike, I felt it would have done the series a great service to just introduce it as like, hey, this is a thing now. Like, 2-button throws became a thing, right? Yeah. Universal overheads are now a thing.
Yeah. And it just feels like it's one of those things that's really hard to argue that it's overpowered, I think. Because it's just an overhead. In most cases, you can't really do much of it. You get a small amount of damage. And, maybe you do it 3 or 4 times, and it's like, now you've created mix-ups, but you still only did maybe like a fierce worth of damage. Or a little, slightly bit more. Mm-hmm. Like, that's fine. So.
Like I'm saying, as long as it doesn't do like real damage and then links into even more real damage, it's not a horrible thing. But we need, I personally want something that every character can use in a fighting game to teach somebody not to wake up with low short.
Yeah, stop doing this move.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I really think that it's. Oh, go for it.
Go. No, it's cool. I'm going to say something very intelligent. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. I was just going to say there really does need to be more things like that in fighting games where you don't have to basically like fucking shake out the system in training mode for an hour to like find a solution to an otherwise easy problem. Like, hey, this dude does wake up jab a lot because he also has wake up this, so it's a mix-up. It's like I need to be able to have something where I can go, okay, this stops this, just easy. Why does it feel like the onus is now on the person who got the knockdown to defeat the defender's mix-up?
Exactly, that is ridiculous.
Like that's not how fighting games are supposed to work. You're supposed to be rewarded, and you have the advantage for knocking somebody down.
Right.
And it feels like a lot of times now, except for Arc System Works games, which definitely always still provide the onus to be on the defender to be like block this mix-up. It feels like a lot of games give too much to the defender these days. Personally, my opinion.
Chris, you said you don't like the wake up low punches.
Not even low punches.
Just wake up buttons. You don't like
the low.
So you don't like a bar is what you're telling me, right? That's what you're telling me. The fighting game mechanic I want back is Virtual Fighter, which is all about a bar. Okay.
Yeah.
You do not tell me you hate that mechanic. It's because of you. Sega won't make another one.
How dare you, Chris?
Gibby.
Son of a bitch.
Gibby. I wake up and I grab you. Are you telling me you enjoy that?
No.
All right.
You can't do that in Virtual Fighter.
I can do that in KOF though. You're telling me that a universal overhead that puts you in the air that makes it impossible for you to grab me or for me to grab you wouldn't help?
No, it wouldn't, because it's KOF and you're fucking 3-frame close C normal that anti-airs that smack the shit out of
Only
me.
3 characters have
check
those.
It out. No, look, listen. This is what would happen. You use your universal overhead on me, let's say, hypothetically. I'm going to wake up with the universal soldier, Ralph, and beat the shit out of you, okay? You will die. All right? You see all the nods I gave there, Anthony?
I'll fucking play you right now. Let's do it, man. You'll wake up and you catch this foot in your ass real quick.
Yeah, who's like chump shit goon here, huh?
Oh, chump shit. Oh, man, it ain't you. That's for sure.
No, I said chump shit. That's you.
No, I'm just saying. It is me.
Chump.
I play in the mud, buddy.
Wow.
Hogmog. All day.
So.
Next question.
Do we have another question? Yeah, okay, next question. What's this? This guy, who's this? I saw one that was very...
My XSplit crashed.
XSplit crashed?
Yeah, I can't fucking switch scenes.
Nice.
Oh, no, is it still recording? Well,
yeah,
I saw another...
Yeah.
Oh, damn it, where was that question? Oh, I'm scrolling way back. I'm stupid. I'll get this next question. So, Lionheart16 asks any advice for someone who's planning on traveling from Minnesota to Vegas for Evo, and it's their first time doing so. I know several people from Minnesota. I can just tweet them to you, and they can help guide you. They have made the trek plenty of times. I'll hit them up for you.
A couple things. If this is your first time in Vegas, period, depending on how old you are, maybe come a day early. So, like, try to get there maybe even early Thursday or something like that. Maybe, I mean, I know a lot of people can't take off as much work as some people who get there like Tuesday, Wednesday, which is ridiculous. But it's worth taking some time to kind of see the craziness that is Vegas.
Yeah.
Even if you're not going to partake in the craziness, because it is an experience if you've never been. Try to make sure you room with some people you know, because being by yourself, like, kind of sucks in the middle of the eye of the storm. Anybody else?
I actually have a thought out response to this, especially since it is in Vegas, and recently there's been a lot of talk about people that have been just basically being harsh on Vegas because it's Vegas, more or less. And I'll tell you that coming to Vegas is definitely something you have to be prepared for. If you're gonna come here, don't be prepared to have a bad time, because if you are, you will. Vegas is very good at making sure that if you're not ready to have a good time, it will give you the worst experience of your life. I mean that 100%. You know, like, if you're miserable and you go to Vegas, it has a way of just like finding a new level of, like, you know, agony for you to be in. But if you go there, like, you know, just ready to have a good time or not even expecting anything, it can actually be pretty surprising and actually kind of peaceful in certain ways. You know, you don't have to do the whole gambling thing. You don't have to do the whole drinking thing. Evo is great. That's going to be pretty straightforward. You know, you play games, you meet people, you have fun. That's probably the easiest part about Evo entirely. So, in a way, if you stay in a hotel, you won't have to run the risk of having a bad time. But at the same time, you won't really experience everything that Evo being in Vegas has to offer. So I would suggest, you know, if you know somebody that you're meeting up with down there, and maybe they're not the introvert kind, maybe they want to go out and do some stuff, go with them. Keep an open mind. Don't get too drunk on the first trip out. Maybe we'll save that for the third trip. And
go to Hash House.
Go to Hash House. And also say what's up to the SDR cast crew, because we love meeting fans.
And if somehow you can still get that magical picture, which will never happen, of all five of us at the same time,
we're never on the same place. Don't even get that hope
about it, dude.
Like, people
you win the booby prize.
Yeah, shit's so hard. Like, you might get four of us, and then you don't realize you have to kneel down in front of a certain wall for like 3 minutes to summon Paul.
Yeah. He comes in.
You know, it'll be great because it'll be the only time we are ever all in the same place. It'll be like NCR after hours. We'll all normally be together at least for a little while.
Yeah.
And plus, because NCR is normally in a small enough place. And actually, that might be the only time. Evo, we're never in the same place.
Yeah. I feel like I see everybody.
We can't even get a group picture ourselves. When
I don't even think you could get 3 of us in one place at the same time at Evo sometimes.
Yeah.
What was I doing when I saw you this year? Like, coming from the convention center, and I was already kind of hammered. And you were saying, like, Jesus, Chris, it's too early for this or something like that.
I think I say that every time I see you.
Yeah, probably, yeah. I think the first time I saw you all weekend, and you're like, of course I see you. The first time I see you, you're already drunk.
Was it Friday?
It was Friday, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
That probably means it was like 2 in the afternoon or something like that.
Something like that, yeah. I was like...
But I think you had said you'd been up all night drinking the day before, like the night before anyway.
Possibly.
So you got up and you just started drinking.
But the weird part is I don't remember where I was at.
Maybe you might have just been down on the casino level.
Possibly. Like, that's another episode. I'll talk about what was weird about that casino. Hopefully we're not going back there again this year. Thank God.
Yeah.
Join us next week for Chris's review of the Sabaro's pizza. At the
it's bad. No, actually, I had the Sabaros this year because every other line was ridiculous. It wasn't that bad.
Because it was the only game in town. Come on, man. It was
it was either that or you get the hot dogs.
Oh my God.
Walk a mile to get McDonald's or something.
Or you could be like me and you could suffer the drive, so that way you can just go wherever the fuck you want in Vegas, like I did.
Yeah, that's true.
I think I'm probably the most elusive member of the SDR because I'm never at the place.
You're always at Costco.
No.
Yeah, I'm at Costco fucking buying 7 pizzas and told that we can't bring them on the floor. Well, we just have 7 pizzas, guys.
Yeah, the $5.50 a slice at Sbarro was a little rough.
Ooh, that cut deep.
A little bit. All right, do we have any last question?
Well, I can't switch. People just want to know which KOF game is your least favorite, and I think everybody's going to agree that it's 12.
94 rebound.
None of them.
Wow.
They're all bad. Nah.
Got to keep my gimmick up.
Hold on. Hold on. This is from Esteban. We need to do this one.
Oh yeah. No,
Here's a question. Why do you support Bedman players with Mark of the Wolves codes?
What's wrong with Bedman?
Because you can't sleep on Bedman.
Oh.
That's all you get.
You would think that you would.
Because there's nothing wrong with Bedman players when you consider that there are Amelia, Zato, Jacko, and Eno players out there.
Yeah, I think the only reason why you would ever lose to Bedman is because you just don't play against a Bedman.
Normally. But nobody blocks 6H. You're getting hit by that at least twice.
Yeah.
All right, we're at a time when my computer is having a conniption fit right now.
All right. Well, since apparently Chris's computer is dying a slow death.
I actually have one thing important. You know
Okay.
how Gibby said he was happy about looking forward to a video game for once?
Mm-hmm.
So I've been slowly vibrating myself out of existence because Wild Guns Reloaded comes out tomorrow.
Oh, it's
Oh,
tomorrow?
Yeah. Here's the problem.
What?
I went out of the way to get the fucking physical release, and now I gotta wait another day. So I'm actually gonna be bleeding at work tomorrow, out of my eyes, just waiting for the next day to come. So please send money to refuel my blood supply. Gibby, what's the email address for our PayPal?
Give me at manchesindustries.com.
Yeah, so I think for $500 I can just wipe all my blood and get some new one. I would really appreciate it, and I will stream myself. I will stream myself actually playing a video game for once.
Don't lie to me.
I'll fucking
Don't lie
do
to
it,
these
man.
people.
I'm fucking crazy.
Don't lie to these people.
Dude, it's Wild Guns. Reloaded. You can play as a dog.
Aluminum.
That's true. All right. Well, that about wraps it up for this week's episode. So from everybody here, good night and good luck.
All right, hopefully ending task will kill this.